Hi, this is Mark from LongIslandWatch.com, and today it's another Seiko double, if you will. At the risk of sounding like the mouthpiece of Seiko, I did want to do something else today. I wanted to shoot another watch and learn, but suddenly two new pieces arrived at my doorstep earlier than imagined. I didn't think I'd get them this year. And being that they just came in and people are asking questions about them, I wanted to do a quick video. It's going to be the Orange Samurai and another turtle they came out with that's gold, which really caught me by surprise, but sold more of them than the Orange Samurai already. So obviously I am missing something. My wrist check. I'm still doing the Yacht Master. If you remember when I did the that 62 Mas reinterpretation, I was wearing it. So of course it's back in the rotation, and why not do a Seiko? Whoops. The Sarbo 33. What a classic dress watch, but even on the bracelet, it becomes an everyday watch. Anyway, let's check out these two new ones from Seiko USA. So like I said in the intro, Seiko just came out with two new divers. The SRPC07, the Orange Samurai in my left hand, and the SRPC44 Turtle over here in my right hand. They were released together. I can't think of any specific reason why, because they really have nothing to do with each other other than that they are both Prospex divers or professional specification divers, but released on the same day. And like I said, surprisingly, I did get them early, so I wanted to do a video on them, especially since this watch, I believe, was around a couple of months ago. So this is, again, model number SRPC07. Now, why I said this was released possibly earlier was on Amazon. There was an SRPB97. Actually, there still is. And I don't own one, I don't have one, but from what I can tell, it appears to be the same exact watch, with the exception that the Amazon one, I believe, ships in a dry box. And also it includes the Seiko rubber dive strap in the package as well. So it comes on the bracelet and include the dive strap. For this SRPC07, you do not get the optional dive strap. It just comes on the bracelet, which, is, I guess, a little bit of a letdown. The straps are available. We sell them for around $40. But so let's get into the watch. So the Orange Samurai here follows on the earlier Samurai release from several months ago. That was the SRPB 51, the 53, and the 55. And people were asking, is there an orange one? And, well, I guess there was. Amazon got it first for a few months, and then it looks like it was released to the rest of the world. So let's go over the specs. So the size is 43.8 millimeters in diameter. It's 13.5 millimeters thick, and it's 48 from tip to tip. So, that size is the same as a 42-ish millimeter dive watch. So the tip to tip is not large at all. Has a solid screw-down case back, and of course it maintains the Seiko Tsunami wave, if you will. It's got the rest of the markings, case back markings, serial numbers. This one looks like it's an October 2017 vintage, so not old at all. Movement is made in Japan, although the watch is not. And I believe when we look at the dial later, it does say Movement Japan on the bottom. So it has a 22, let's get the tape out of the way, a 22 millimeter lug. So like I said, the Seiko R02F strap that we sell for around $40 is a drop-in replacement. It's a great looking rubber dive strap. I've talked about it numerous times. It's very flexible. Nice silicone rubber. The crystal, like the other Samurais, is Hardlex, which is Seiko's proprietary compound. It's like a mineral crystal, maybe a little bit harder. It does have a 120 click ratcheting unidirectional bezel, and of course that beautiful orange accent from the 0 to 15 position, and the rest of it is black. Lumabrite on the hands and markers. We expect nothing less. Inside the watch, you can see it's not working right now, beats the 4R35 movement. That is a hand winding and hacking movement. 23 joules, 21,600 beats per hour, so the seconds hand will tick at 6 times per second. Hand winds and hacks, so after you unscrew the crown, you merely wind it, as I'm doing now. It gives it power, and the seconds hand starts off. You can pull out the crown 2 clicks to set the time. It hacks, which means the seconds hand stops when I set the time, and then 1 click will set the date. There we go. You push it back in and screw it down, and you've maintained your 200-meter water resistance. Again, this is a dive watch, so it does have 200 meters water resistance. Like I said, it does come on the bracelet. It's a nice bracelet, certainly a pin and collar bracelet. It's the Samurai bracelet. Nice deploy and clasp. You can see double push button. It does have the diver's extension down here by my logo thumb. So you can open that up, and it gives you another ½ inch, 3/4 of an inch or so to go around a wetsuit. So before we zoom in on the dial, why don't we take a look at the lume? And there you go. It certainly glows. I don't have to darken this place anymore. I don't need any more precautions to make it even darker. I'll try to move my body in the way of the light source, but you can see, you expect it to glow great. It glows great. The bezel glows up here by my left thumb. Cover it, uncover it. You can see that. So easily, very, very easy to tell the time on this one. It's 2:25, and the second hand passes the hour hand. So when the Samurais came out originally, well, not originally, when these re-releases came out, like I said a few months ago, people were really asking for an orange one, and there was none to be found. They were not in Japan. They were not anywhere in Asia, in Europe. It looked like nobody had an orange dial Samurai, and then it looks like we finally got one. And I don't know if it was an Amazon design or said it was certainly there. I think it still is their exclusive because they get the dry box and the extra strap, but what an awesome looking dive watch. Orange, that classic orange color, dive watches have, like the Orange Monster. So maybe this is kind of a replacement. It does have the monster hands. Let's zoom in on the dial, though, speaking of orange dial. So there's the dial, and you can see clearly at the 6 o'clock, movement Japan. I think you can see that. I can see it through the viewfinder, so I'm sure you can see it on the video. And it's just a beautiful orange color. Black outlines on the hands, that classic Seiko seconds hand that looks so cool, easy to, tell what the seconds accuracy is because it extends so far like a needle on a scale. I probably should have mentioned this earlier, but both watches that I'm showing you today, I don't know how long it's going to last, but the first lot of them, or the first shipment, the customer does get this Seiko dive pouch. It comes with both of them. So the watch itself is shipped in the standard white Seiko box that you might have seen recently. It seems to be replacing the blue one that we all know. You get the white box, but it also comes with this cool zippered pouch. And you might be thinking, great, what the hell am I going to do with this thing? Well, usually what I like the pouches for, and I think what most people will say, is that they use them for travel. You can open it up, and here's a place you can fit a watch in here, and then here's another slot. Don't eat the silica gel. Another slot here for accessories with Velcro. It's really cool. I would say it's more of a functional free gift. The free gifts usually stink. This one, to me, I think is nice. It's not Patty, though, as you notice. They do say it's dive, but these aren't Patty watches, so it doesn't have any Patty markings on it. So that is the Samurai and the free gift pouch. Let's move on to the Turtle. And here is the Turtle. This is model number SRPC44, and I realize now I did not mention price on the Samurai. Both of them are the same price. Interesting, because this is a gold case. Usually plated cases are more, but it's got the rubber strap and not the bracelet. Both of them retail for $525, and we're selling them for right around $400 with a small discount. So this is, again, SRPC44. It is a turtle design. You can tell by the look of the case. Right there, it echoes the 6000 series Seikos that were made in the 80s. The Turtle was released or re-released about a year ago. It must be more than a year ago at this point, probably a year and a half. SRP07, 3775, 777, 779. So this follows. I think this is the newest release since then, the SRPC44. It's the same watch, just in a yellow gold-plated case, yellow gold-plated bezel. Check out the hardware, though. I think that's pretty nifty. I'm actually surprised at the initial response that this got. Getting more of a positive response than the orange one is at this point, which really surprised me because I thought this would have limited appeal, but I guess not. I guess there's not many solid gold. Well, not solid gold. This isn't solid gold, is it? There's not many golden dive watches. But let's go over the specs again on this one. It's 45 in diameter, 13.3 thick, And now being a turtle, it's even squatter at the lugs. It's more like a 47 millimeter. So it really wears very well, and I will try it on and show you. It's got this stainless steel case back that you can see here. And this one is sporting a September 2017 serial number. 22 millimeter lug, and like I said, they put it on that awesome silicone strap. And then thankfully they matched it with the plated hardware. I didn't show you the tag on the other one, but here's the tag. You can read it all yourself. 200 meters water resistant, Hardlex crystal, like I said, and the movement on this one is like the Samurai. It's a 4R36. It works pretty much the same way. What the 36 does is it adds a day to it. So if you pull the crown out one click to set the day and date, one direction changes the day, the other direction changes the date. You notice that there's two languages, English and Spanish. You as the user set which one you want to appear during, most of the waking hours. There's a time between 12 a.m. around 12 to 1:30ish or so where the alternate language will be displayed. 120 click bezel, 200 meters water resistant, all the usual dive stuff. And like I said, I am still surprised at the response this one has gotten for being what I would consider somewhat an ostentatious watch. The obligatory lume shot, it's LumiBrite, glows great, glows like the other one, glows fine. See the bezel over here, seconds hand, hours, minutes, and indices. And we'll get a close-up of the dial here, and I like what they did with the hands. They gilded them in gold, so the seconds hand itself, the hours and the minutes, it actually does match the case. So that's a nice touch, a nice finish. Movement is made in Japan. It's the 4R36. You can see everything else that you want to see about the watch. You can see that super thick application of LumiBrite. That's what makes it glow so well. Sterile top crown. Not a bad looking piece. Probably not gonna adorn my watch box anytime soon, but I'm sure somebody likes it. I know I said it when I opened, but I'll repeat it again. It's worth saying that both of these, the 07 and the 44, the 44 and the 07, are both Seiko USA releases, meaning they are released for Seiko USA by Seiko USA for the USA market. Why don't we do some quick wristies on these, and then we'll wrap it up. There you go. You know what? It's not that bad looking. It's still, I don't think it's for me, but check that out. Look at the matching hardware. It looks really good. Size, don't let the diameter of 45 millimeters scare you, because it's only like 2 millimeters longer at the lugs than it is on the case. It really wears like a much smaller watch. Yes, it's got everything else is big about it, but the wear and the comfort is that of a, I'd say it wears like a 42 millimeter diver. And then, of course, the Samurai, 1 millimeter larger in the tip-to-tip dimension. It doesn't make much of a difference. I could wear a Samurai, no problem. I do not own any of them, but, it would fit me fine. I do love it. It's nice. The orange and the black is a really nice contrast. Orange face dive watch is classical. What I like about the Samurai personally is the bezel. On the side of the bezel is knurled, so it's easy to grip. I just think it gives it a very aggressive look. For some reason to me, it matches the hash marks that go from 0 to 15 on the bezel. I don't know why, I just think they play well together. But still, great looking watch, and it'll wear on a variety of wrists extremely well. So this has been Mark from LongIslandWatch.com showing you two new Seiko releases, the Orange Samurai SRPC07 and the Golden Turtle. Oh, maybe I just nicknamed it the Golden Turtle SRPC44. Please like this video if you enjoyed it. Please subscribe to the channel if you have not done so yet. If you have any questions or comments, please put them below, and I'll be sure to address them as soon as I can. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.